Alright, so we have Razzie here. She's a really laid back dog. She is loving, loves petting, loves attention. One thing I do see is though she invades our personal space a lot. And this allows her to kind of sniff our hands and see what goodies we have. It's always an angle usually when it comes with dogs sometimes. It's always what can you do for me now? I see this. She really comes up to us and sits down and waits to be petted, which is really good. But what happens when I want her to sit? Without all that other stuff, I just come up and ask her to sit. The difference between a sit when she does it and a sit when I want her to do it. You see, there's a big difference in there. So I say sit, and she doesn't do it. But when I have a hot dog in my hand, she'll come up to me and sit. You see the difference there? So I want her to sit on cue. That's a sit on cue. I say, well, yeah, she has a sit. Well, does she really have a sit? I mean, can I get her to sit? What about when there's somebody at the door? What about when somebody else has some food? Can I get her to sit right here? Will she even pay attention to me if somebody over there had a hot dog or a bag of chips? She probably won't. So we need to create that little training sessions to get her back to us. And first and foremost would be name recognition. Getting her, we want her name to be built on something really positive. Sometimes when we call her name, she may feel like something not so pleasant is going to happen, whatever that is. Whether we call her name and bring her inside and she didn't want to go, or we call her name and we put her in a crate and she didn't want to go. Either way, it's some type of punishment to her. Whether it actually is a punishment, it's really on her what a punishment is. To us, it could be, well, we got to put you in there, or we have to do this right now. But to her, it's like, but what we can do is not say her name during those little interactions. If we feel that it's not positive. Positive is Razzie, she looks back, we give her a treat. That's positive. Razzie, she looks up, we let her outside. Razzie, and we pet her. You know, little positive things like this. We need to build her name on something positive. So right here, I'm going to do some sits. I'm going to do some name first. I'm going to do some sits. And so, Razzie, come on. Come on, baby. Come on. Come on. Okay, let's go, baby. Come on. Come on, girl. Let's go. Good girl. Woo! Good. Sit. Good girl. So I tossed the treat. Remember, this is a treat. One of those big bacon treats, that's a whole treat. This could be split up in about, sit. See, when I ask her to sit, sit. And that's called a lure, right in there. So what happens is I give her a verbal cue. She didn't understand the verbal cue. So in essence, I gave her a hand signal. She understood that. Sit. Every time. So she doesn't quite understand the verbal. She probably was taught this maybe in the shelter or something like that. No big deal, which is really awesome. She has some skill in there. Razzie, when she looks back, I give her a treat. Good job. Razzie. Good. So when she turns around, I use my clicker to mark that behavior. Sit. Okay. So sitting doesn't mean come up and sniff my hands. Sitting, when I ask you to sit, it doesn't mean come up to me and rub up on me. Sitting means actually sit. Good. So she understands that hand signal way better than any verbal cue we give her. So I can sit here and say peanut butter, onion. It's the same as saying sit. It's the same thing because she doesn't understand the word. But she understands this. Razzie, come on, baby. Good girl. Good. She understands this. Sweetie, come on. Let's go. Come on. Sweetie girl. Good girl. All right. Good job. Good. She understands that hand signal, this, or the lure, just like this. Good job, girl. Come on. Sit. Good Good. But how to get her to understand the verbal cue, we just pair it. Sit. Good. Sit. Good girl. Razzie. Go on. Good. Good job. Good girl. Woo. Woo. Hey, baby. Hey. Now, it's a rule of thumb for me when I need to get over there in that space, I walk through the dog. The dog has to get up. I'm not going to walk over the dog. I'm in control of this space. So therefore, when I come through, this is just another rule. Let's go. Watch out. Watch out. I need her out of my way. I need her to get out of my way. Just simple things like that will help build a more obedient dog. Little structured things like that will. All right. Great.